Hello and welcome to live coverage of Havant and Waterlooville versus St Albans City. I am your commentator today, Adam Dukes, and joining me today is a very special guest, co-commentator, Charlie Ruff. Charlie, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, really good, thanks, mate. Looking forward to the game tonight and hopefully we can come away with 3 points.
Callum Keeley, like I said, standing over the ball to get us underway in this one, and the referee, Stephen Hughes, gets us underway, and a long ball from Jack Jebb goes up, and the ball was won by Devontae Stanley and goes out for a Hawks throw-in just inside St Albans territory, and the resultant throw from Joe Newton put out straight away. Danny Wright just trying to find Callum Keeley again, wasn't able to do so, but the ball comes back now to Joe Newton on the left hand side, looking to put a ball in, and does so to the back post. James Roberts is there, manages to get off a header, good save from Dylan Berry. Really good early signs from Joe Newton going forward St Albans territory, and a bit of a dangerous ball back to Joash Nemhard as Jeffers was near him, but again, good ball from Nemhard into the on-running Joe Newton. Joe Newton in to Roberts. Newton with the ball in the box, and Paul Rooney was at the back post, and it was a really good move from the Hawks, but the offside flag does come up on this near side. Really encouraging football, and it was unlucky for the offside flag to go up there. Speaking of which, Joe Newton with a very good interception and a crunching challenge. Very good on Devontae Stanley. Joe Newton onto the byline, looking to put a ball into the box. Hangs it up to the back step, but it's just a tad too close to Tafari Moore. But really good play from the former Coventry man. Jack Jebb with the ball in, flicked on by Roberts, and looked to find Danny Wright at the back post, and was so close to being on the head of the Hawks number 19. But a really good play by Joe Newton, encouraging signs from the Hawks.
Just talking about him, and it's a fantastic tackle, showed bravery.
As they have a corner kick on the far side, and the ball is hung up into the middle of the box. A bit of a scramble over there, and I think it was Jeffers swung a leg at the ball, wasn't able to connect with it. It was only 2 yards out. Jack Jebb now with a free kick for Havant and Waterlooville, as the referee Stephen Hughes just gets the wall back and is about to blow his whistle. Jebb with the ball in, hangs up to the back post, and it was found the head of Danny Wright rather, and Danny Wright just flicked it. Funny enough, a really good defensive header from Danny Wright, flicked it out of the box, and Joe Newton's able to pick it up on the left-hand side, looks to get a ball in and ends up finding Danny Wright, but a loose touch and a bit of a hard ball to control that one for Danny Wright. And throw-in. St Albans were a club founded in 1908 after a 4-year lapse since the original St Albans folded, who were originally found in 1888, as a ball was played into the box for Vice to control. Hangs it up to the back post. Jeffers is there and slots it in to the left-hand corner. Teddy Sharman-Lowe had no chance, and that was a goal that has come from nothing. Devontae Stanley clipping a ball over to Vice, who was unchallenged in the box, plays a ball back into the area, and Sean Jeffers was just able to poke it home, and Teddy Sharman-Lowe had no chance to save that one, and St Albans City go 1-0 up really from nothing. Nothing really to complain about for St Albans.
Sam just showing a bit of experience, just maybe lent on him slightly, but that was good defending. I think we've come out a lot sharper than what we did in the first half. Real intent to look to get forward, and we're picking up better areas even now.
Ball played in to James Roberts on the right hand side, looks to find Paul Rooney in the edge of the box. Rooney lets fly, and it goes under the feet of Berry, and Paul Rooney gets his second goal in 2 games. A fine finish from the Irishman as he slots it into the middle of the goal on the edge of the box. It was a lovely ball played into his path from James Roberts, and the Irishman slots it into the net for his 5th goal of the year, and a fine finish from Paul Rooney and a fine move from the Hawks all round, and was placed straight into the middle of the goal under the feet of Berry. But the Hawks don't care as they level this game up, and St Albans look to come straight back at him. Stanley with the ball in the centre, and the ball falls over to Jeffers. Jeffers lets fly and straight into the path of Teddy Sharman-Lowe, and this game has suddenly exploded into life, and a ball given away by Blackman in the middle of the park to Danny Wright, who finds the on-running James Roberts, taking it on the edge of the box, gets round, and James Roberts in the box, lets fly straight at Dylan Berry though, and the ball not cleared away by St Albans as Paul Rooney looked to get on it, but now it is hashed clear by Blackman, and Sam Magri with a header up, and Paul Rooney just looking to flick that header on, and he thought James Roberts was going to make the run there, but a really good performance from Sam Magri indeed in this first 8 minutes of this half. Josh Passley on the far side putting the ball into the box. Danny Wright's there, looked to get it, but the ball just a tad too long for the outstretched boot of Danny Wright. He had McKenna for company in the box, and in the end the ball just a tad too far for the Hawks number 19, but a really good run and ball in from Josh Passley, and Jeff has batters well with a very strong Joash Nemhard at the back, but the Hawks managed to regain possession as Passley sends it forward. Danny Wright outstretching his head to get to that and manages to pick up the second ball in the area, plays it across to Callum Keeley. Keeley with the touch, 1-2, and a really good challenge by Stanley as the ball comes back to Danny Wright, who fires it into the side net, and you thought for all your life that the ball was just going to settle for Callum Keeley to strike. Glenn McConnell playing the ball onto Cooper on the edge of the box on this right hand side, who fires it into the box, and it was cleared away, but it falls back to Vice. Vice lets fly and straight into the arms of Teddy Sharman-Lowe. Took a fortuitous bounce there for Mitchell Vice as it came off one or two bodies in the middle. Jeb looking to swing this in on his right boot as there was a sea of white and blue shirts and the back post, and it was saved by Berry, and St Albans able to scrape it clear. Reverberating around the Draper Tools Community Stadium. Sharman-Lowe though sending it long. Danny Wright up there battling with McKenna, who flicks it on well to Roberts. Roberts, who lets fly on the left boot straight at Berry. It was a good save and it was a really good strike and a difficult one from James Roberts on his left foot.
That's us 2-1.
James Roberts controlling the ball very well, going into St Albans territory, and James Roberts letting fly on the right hand side, and good save by Dave Berry. And again, we alluded to it just then, the palming away of the ball, and Berry half, but it was cut out there well by Jack Jebb. Jebb finding Keeley, but Keeley with a loose pass, passing it back to Cooper. Cooper on the right hand side, playing it to Devontae Stanley on the byline, back to Cooper, who has Jake McCarthy out with him, falls to McConnell. McConnell with a shot, and it was deflected off the boot of Terrell Miller-Rodney, and fortuitously for St Albans lands into the side netting of Teddy Sharman-Lowe's goal, and St Albans go 2-1 up on what was a very lucky deflection which found its way into the bottom right hand corner of the Hawks net. To James Roberts, who has Devontae Stanley out challenging with him. Roberts able to cut in on that right hand side, cries of shoot. James Roberts lets fly, and it hits the top of the stanchion there, to Zane Banton rather, who takes it into the middle of the park, over to Che Cooper in the Hawks area. Cooper with a shot straight at Teddy Sharman-Lowe, and the goalkeeper saves, but again only finds the head of McKenna, and that is the full-time whistle at the Draper Tools Community Stadium, and it is now 5 games without a win for Haventown Waterlooville, as the final score here is St Albans City 2, Haventown Waterlooville 1.